Just for Fun is a beautiful duet featuring country singer Willie Jones. Jones was a contestant on The X Factor at age 17. He's a Shreveport, Louisiana native that has a sound that blends country music with elements of hip hop, R&B, and gospel. The song itself is about heartbreak or getting over a tough time in life. Whatever that thing is that's going on in your life that's got you so stressed that you're speaking in affirmations like, I just need to get through this or get used to it. Overcome this time or accept what God allows. Lean into your own strength or lean into your faith to serve as the proverbial bridge over troubled waters. Definitely has a gospel influence with soulful singing, a choir, country influences with the acoustic guitar sound and what I believe is a harmonica. It also rounds it out with the symphonic sounds by way of the violins playing in parts. Next, we have Two Most Wanted. This one features Miley Cyrus. It's another really beautiful duet. It has the vocal performance, the lyrics, instrumental arrangement that will have you all in your feels. The verses lend more toward the dynamic of a lover's relationship, but the bridge can apply to the dynamic found between friends, siblings, shared between parent and child. It's essentially that person or persons that you will always be there for. That person that you love so much and want in your life for as long as possible because they enrich your life in that way. These two women sound great together. Their voices blend so well and they're so complementary. Neither one overpowers the other, so it's a well executed duet. Next song we have is Levi's Jeans, and this one features Post Malone. Her and Post Malone's voices blend really well here. This song is super sexy and fun. Both Post Malone and Miley Cyrus are two artists that have moved through different genres with ease and have not gotten much backlash for it. I know there was a time when Miley Cyrus was accused of cultural appropriation, much like people have accused Beyonce of cultural appropriation for navigating into the country music genre. But I think the lesson here is that it's okay to be more fluid as an artist. It's okay to navigate into different territories. Just as certain hip hop artists embrace Miley, there have been country artists who embrace Beyonce. On the contrary, you have gatekeepers of the genres that are purist of a sort and don't want those perceived to be outsiders to profit from their platform. Flamenco is a Spanish art form that combines dance, song, and music. It has origins in southern Spain, but it also has roots in other regions as well. The art form is made up of three parts. Cante, which is the vocal expression of flamenco, is sung by men and women, usually while seated. Second part is baile, or the dance, and the third part is toque, or the musicianship. Beyonce is putting her artists on to some new things here with this track. She executes this Spanish style of music beautifully. Flamenco is described as being an intimate art with nothing but the voice, the guitar, and the body of a dancer moving elegantly. Beyonce is so suited to perform such a style, and she does it beautifully with this track. Next, we have the Linda Martell Show and Yaya. Now, I've heard people say Yaya reminds them of Andre 3000's smash hit Hey Ya. I can see that. I can also hear her channeling the trailblazing funk singer Betty Davis. This song is upbeat, fun, daring, and experimental. At times, it vacillates between being fun and flirty to more serious, intentional, and thoughtful. I guess all the elements that make one human. It is a very spirited critique, though. There's some satirical parts here, yet Beyonce remains hopeful for change. She shows that in spite of being incredibly rich, her and her team of writers have their pulse on the culture and what factors are currently impacting the lives of everyday people. This song is a life force. Next, we have Oh Louisiana. With this one, Beyonce is connecting with her Southern roots. It's a homecoming of sorts. Although it's her mom that was raised in Louisiana, the heritage of that state must be impactful because Beyonce celebrates the state and its unique culture often. Chuck Berry's song is sampled here, and his original version is a very fitting tribute to all of the many customs and cultures that Louisiana is home to. Next, we have Desert Eagle and Riverdance. Both of these songs are unapologetically erotic. To be clear, erotica is a term for literature or art that deals with erotic, sexually stimulating, or sexually arousing subject matter. Erotica can include fictional and factual stories, accounts of eros, satire, and social criticism, and is intended to arouse similar feelings in readers, or in this case, listeners. I think that was Beyonce's intention with these two songs, as well as some other songs on this album. Also, according to Quora, a good piece of erotic fiction can be thought of as an adventure with the thrill of the chase, a sexual adventure the audience can lose themselves in. For historical context, the late Governor Ann Richards in May of 1991 signed a proclamation designating square dancing as Texas's official folk dance. As most of us know, Beyonce was born and raised in the state of Texas, so she is connecting herself to a music form and dance that is beloved in her home state. Now, both songs also implement double entendres. Desert Eagle is a name for a type of firearm, and it's a name of a certain sexual position. River dance can also be a type of dance enjoyed at the local dance hall between partners, or it could be a different form of dance enjoyed between lovers, perhaps at the kitchen sink, as Beyonce sang in Desert Eagle. She weaves the firearm symbol into river dance toward the end of the song as well. There's so many layers in the lyrics and so many symbols incorporated, as well as referenced throughout multiple tracks here. Something else I'd like to reference regarding Riverdance is the Grammy Award-winning score of the same name by Irish composer Bill Whelan. In his musical entitled Riverdance, he mixes traditional Irish culture with the music and dancing of African American tap dancers, Russian folk ballet dancers, and a Spanish flamenco dancer. The musical storyline follows a group of people moving to new places and shows how they change over time. No matter where they travel to, they take their dances and stories with them. It's a reflection of how different cultures and customs are shared, how groups borrow or are inspired by others. It's an invitation for us all to continue to engage with each other so that we can learn and grow. That is a theme throughout this album as well, the exploration of shared experience through diverse community.